I'm Wendy Rutledge, and this is Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. Here is what is straight ahead on this week's Island News. Many of you have now been vaccinated. Most of you soon will be. But can you still get COVID? The answer may surprise you. Hurricane season is closer than you think. What should we be doing now to prepare? Another boatload of immigrants landed on the shores of Palm Beach. Who are they, and where are they now? It's a walk back in time, the movie star nostalgia donning every wall from floor to ceiling. We'll look back at the grandeur of the Paramount building and forward to what's next. This Sunday is Easter. Will we be able to convene and celebrate together this year? Plus, the simple practice at home tip we all can do to improve our tennis serve. Coming up next on Palm Beach TV. It's April Fool's Day, and hopefully you escaped the sugar and the salt shaker shenanigans typical of the day. But speaking of feeling bamboozled, imagine a couple who is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, well beyond the 2-week safety period, and yet both of them come down with COVID-19. How can that be?
There's a 6 to 5% chance that we who are vaccinated could still become infected with the original coronavirus, which I find is funny, the wild virus. It just means it's the original, the novel coronavirus that we've been dealing with for the last year. You could still become infected with that.
Nothing is 100%. Nothing is 100%. So there's a small infinitesimal chance that you could get this. However, it's still possible. So we keep that in mind, and that's why the CDC has guidelines telling you it's not a free-for-all once you get vaccinated. You still have to comply with the rules. You still have to be careful who you're around because it is possible to get an infection. Now, there could be other underlying reasons for this, but the message is generally you will be totally fine with this vaccine. Your chances are greatly reduced to get contaminated with the vaccine.
And if you are vaccinated, but yet you come down with COVID, isn't it true that you probably will have a very minor case?
That's a very good point. Yes. So even if you do get COVID-19 after you've been vaccinated, the chances of it having a hospitalizing, a debilitating injury is much lower as well.
Meantime, we are seeing a slight uptick in cases statewide and in the positivity rate. Is it the dreaded variants of COVID-19?
Those variants are much more transmissible than what we have dealt with over the last year. Sometimes 5 times. So if with the original coronavirus, the variant that what we dealt with, the wild one, well, you could affect 2 people to 3 people. Some of them are 5. I don't know why we don't get it. I just don't understand us. We saw what happened in England with the UK variant. What part do we not understand in this country? What part don't we get? You have to, the most effective thing you can do, and it goes for us who are vaccinated as well, you have to keep up with wearing a mask. You just do. It's just not that big of a deal.
From protecting our health to protecting our property, hurricane season is going to start 2 weeks earlier this year. That would be May 15th. And believe it or not, that's just a couple of weeks away. Though the official start date remains June 1. The National Hurricane Center will start issuing their tropical weather outlooks beginning May 15th. That's because a heavier than normal hurricane season may be on tap for South Florida. Forecasters are saying higher than normal ocean water temperatures and other factors all point to above average hurricane activity. While we await the arrival of Anna, Bill, Claudette, Daniel, and Elsa, the first 5 names on this year's list, here's what emergency management experts tell us we must do to be ready.
The same that we do every year, and I hope you guys are tired of us hearing this because you have it covered already. the same thing. Prepare your supplies, make a plan, have contingency plans in case there's an evacuation. I want you guys to know and to continue to know when there's an evacuation notice, please leave the island. Our resources may not be available for you, and we're able to do our job more effectively if we don't have to worry about people on the island.
Yet another migrant boat landing happened on the shores of Palm Beach Island. This time it was last Friday in the wee hours of the morning. The boat washed ashore in the area of South Ocean Boulevard and Lake Avenue, with a helicopter in the air and squads on the beach from Palm Beach and surrounding police departments, along with Border Patrol and Coast Guard. Very quickly, 13 migrants were detained and turned over to U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. Within another couple of hours, a total of 25 were located and detained, including 5 children, all believed to be from Haiti. As none of you need to be reminded, Palm Beach is a very special place. Built in 1926 by renowned architect Joseph Urban, who also designed Mar-a-Lago, the Paramount building offered Palm Beachers a theater and shopping experience that attracted the biggest of Broadway and Hollywood stars. Real estate broker Mary Overall, who has had an office on the Paramount grounds for the past 22 years, gave us a tour of the spectacular collection inside.
All the pictures you see on the left and the right, these are all pictures of people who performed here at some time.
Bob Hope, Helen Hayes. Beneath every celebrity headshot is a detailed history of when they performed at the Paramount and other biographical data. The theater portion of the building was repurposed years ago to accommodate the Paramount Church and some offices. But memories of the lively theater days live on.
And I had a lovely, distinguished gentleman walk into my office out in the courtyard and say to me, "You've got my picture in there in the displays." And I said, "Really? Where?" And he came in and pointed himself out, and he was a young teenager at that time, and he was one of the ushers at that time. Down the other hall are movies that were shown here all the way back to the original talkie. But you know, these old movies like Rita Hayworth, and
Look at that glamour.
isn't it?
Absolute definition of.
Yeah.
Wow. From the start, as early as its first year in operation, the Paramount Theater commanded serious prices for its coveted center section seats.
In 1927, that to be in that little area right there, they paid $1,000 for that privilege of being a part of that winner's circle, so to speak.
In today's money, about $15,000 a ticket just to see a show. No wonder the Paramount earned the nickname the Millionaire's Movie Theater. So what's to become of this fabulous, iconic memorabilia collection now that the Paramount has a new owner? All of this collection
Yeah,
will pass to the new owner,
that's correct.
and we'll just see what they do with it.
See what they do?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I did try to contact the new owner, Lester Werner, to learn more about his plans for the Paramount, though I haven't heard back yet. Meantime, Mary Overall predicts a return to its former grandeur in its future. If you look at this courtyard, which to me
Gorgeous.
is kind of an underused space
Yes,
at the
it is.
moment,
Yes.
but alfresco outdoor dining is
Is
it
the thing.
now.
Is the thing. And it's not just out here, but you've also got, it is the thing. And I think the Palm Beachers, if the new owner chooses to do it, would be outdoor alfresco dining up on the rooftops here and here.
Another on the list of special, iconic Palm Beach treasures, the Royal Poinciana Chapel. And it's getting ready to open its doors for Easter. How will services at this picturesque, post-denominational house of worship be affected by continued vigilance with social distancing due to COVID-19? Reverend Robert Norris shares his thoughts and plans for Easter and beyond.
We have essentially tried to keep as best as we can, obviously without moving these pews, a 6-foot distance between people who are seated and those who are standing. And however it is, whether you're standing or seated, you're also masked.
Under the guidance of Reverend Bob Norris, much has changed over the past year.
We live stream every Sunday morning, and we have done this throughout the entire year of pandemic.
It has been 2 years since we have celebrated Palm Sunday and Easter together in person in this sanctuary. And it is indeed very special to do so.
How is Easter this year different from the pandemic Easter of 2020?
We have not met in this sanctuary for Easter for 2 years. So that in itself speaks of how different last year was when we just did a live stream of Easter. It looks different, it feels different as we stand here. The blue tape tells people and us that we've reduced the sanctuary size at least by half, which means that we've had to expand the number of services. We now
Simple
have
math.
Very simple math, but very difficult to equate.
Right.
We have a congregation that now, as I understand it, meets in various different places, as many as there are houses of those who have dialed in and joined us on YouTube. But now we have 2 services regularly on Sunday morning, 9:15 and 11 o'clock. But at Easter time, in answer to your question, we've had to go to 3 services.
The decision to return to a modified in-person service was made a couple of weeks ago, but with some interesting new COVID twists.
Where we used to break the bread and pass the plates, we no longer pass the plates. We don't take an offering by passing plates, and we don't pass communion trays. But now we just have a little cup that many churches have now adapted to, and it's fine. It's temporary, I hope, at this point, but it has 2 different pieces to it. You peel off the first cellophane, and you get the host. You peel off the second piece of cellophane, and you get the grape juice or the wine. It's grape juice.
And the message is still the same.
And the message is still the same.
To hear the traditional Easter message at Royal Poinciana Chapel, you can attend one of 3 services in person on Easter Sunday at 8:30, 10, or 11:30, or online at 10 a.m. Ask anybody who plays tennis or tried to play tennis what the hardest part of the game is, and they will likely tell you it's the serve. And that is our focus for our WOW segment this week. That is Word on Wellness.
I'm here at the Rec Center with head tennis pro Dan Minnick, and I've asked him what seems to universally be the thing that most people have trouble with at tennis. And what would one point be that they could work on either on the court or at home to improve their game?
Definitely one of the problem for all the players, lots of them, they struggle with the serve. 80% of the serve is a toss. And toss, they can practice either on court or off court. Toss has to be straight up. And serve should be in front of the body. What they can do, they can take this ball and find either light pole or at home the edge of the house and try to see if their toss is straight up. Most of the people struggle with that. Balls are going either left, right, back, and forward, and this is the reason why they don't have consistency in the serve.
So that is your Island News for this week. We thank you for watching. If you are not a member of the Palm Beach Civic Association, we urge you to come and join us. And if you are a member, please stay current and renew. So we will see you next week on Palm Beach TV. It is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association, where membership matters.